The Jasper Strassenfest will be here before you know it. Hello and welcome to WJTS-In.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is the chairman of the 2017 Jasper Strassenfest, Mike Ackerman. Mike, welcome to the show.
Hi, Bill. Thanks for having me. We're delighted to be here and talk about the Strassenfest.
Is there some German name for the chairman?
Well, unfortunately there isn't, but there probably should be. We should consider that in the future.
You should call yourself something, right? Because I know you had the Hofmarschall and all of that.
Absolutely.
Well, the Strassenfest is going to be here before we know it. Coming up this Sunday, the 29th of July, will be the Queen Contest, which I guess really is the first official start.
That is one of the first official venues for the Strassenfest. So July 29th at Redemption Church is our Miss Strassenfest contest. This year it is Littles, Miss Strassenfest, and Junior Miss all together at the same venue, much as we have done in the past couple of years. So invite everyone to come out and support the young ladies and the young men as they vie for their title.
Okay, and we'll welcome all of you Thursday of the Strassenfest. I'm not sure the day of that is the...
So Strassenfest this year is August the 3rd through the 6th.
Okay.
So August 3rd, of course, being the Thursday, the opening ceremonies get underway about 5:30 p.m. And certainly want to invite everyone to come out and partake and enjoy a good time. For those that have German clothing, that's traditionally been a night that we have a lot of folks that wear their German clothing and show off their German heritage.
And then it continues throughout the whole week. I mean, there is so much that's going on. We can't really talk about all of it, but we will on a show here on 18 WJTS at 9 a.m. on that Thursday morning. We'll talk about every event and all that's going on. What's the deal with the hat?
So the hat's just a fun little thing that we have as part of our theme for this year. Our theme is celebrating tradition, building our future. There's so much construction going on around Jasper, especially in the downtown and riverfront area. We thought it was just very fitting to parlay off of that and use that as part of our theme. So as you will see on our button has a little hat on it to tie into that. So all of the committee members received hats, and we took a group photo wearing these hats in front of the former Jasper Cabinet building as a fun thing to do.
Sure, that makes sense. And then before it was torn down, or while it was being torn down?
In progress.
Okay, in progress. All right, that's great. Now, you do have a website that people can go to because, you know, there's so many events and there's entry forms on there. There's so much that goes on. What's the website? The
website is jasperstrassenfest.org, O-R-G. And Bill, you're right. There are a lot of information on there, and we certainly want to encourage people for the most up-to-date information, visit our website. We're also on Facebook. We are on Snapchat if you're down in that area. So you're going to find us on a lot of different social media, as well as in the booklets, which are now out and available for pickup at various locations from retailers to area banks.
Now, the Strassenfest is a long-time festival, well known throughout the state of Indiana to really hone in on the German cultural heritage. Who puts on the Strassenfest?
So the Strassenfest is really put on by a large committee. The Strassenfest was started in 1979, Bill, and they've had a chairman that runs a 2-year stint as far as a term since that time. So there's been a lot of great people have come before me, and along the way they've assembled a committee that's just absolutely second to none. So we're very pleased with the people that are on the committee, and if I could take a minute to at least acknowledge some of these that are on the committee. Nancy Eckerly and Spicy Swan work at the Jasper Chamber of Commerce, and those two young ladies have been a very big part of keeping this fest going from year to year because they're always present. They don't really rotate off that much. Our advertising is done by Bob Bleemel. Booths are handled by Corey Schwartz. Entertainment, Gary and Marcia Schnell have been doing that for 10 years. This will be their final year that they're running the entertainment. They are turning over their reins to a young man by the name of Heath Klimper. So Heath will be assuming that in future years. Russell Gent joined us this year in charge of logistics and construction. Nick Huffman is a new face on the committee. Nick takes care of events. We have 3 ladies that take care of the Queen's Contest: Sheila Beck, Darla Blasey, and Becky Hickman. Sheila is the newest of the 3, but they're all very seasoned professionals, do a great job of running a good event there. Eddie Leagers has been doing a lot of our media stuff for website and social media. This is going to be one of Eddie's last years, and he is turning his reins over to Ben Potter, of all people. So we're excited to have Ben coming in to join us and learning the ropes from Eddie as we are now. And then our fellow that takes care of getting sponsorship is Patrick Norris. Patrick's been with us now for about 3 years and doing a great job of that. And our Jasper Deutsche Verein representative is Steve Schmidt.
Now, the Jasper Strassenfest really, for the most part, occurs around the courthouse. However, it does spread out into other areas throughout the city of Jasper. The hat denotes the construction, and because of certain construction projects, are there changes?
There are. So last year we had a lot of our events near the Schaefer Barn area, and because of the potential for construction at the Hoosier Desk site, we've moved most of those events to Schrader Complex. So things such as the Antique Farm Machinery Show, the Motorcycle Show, Jeep Show, Cornhole may have been down there in the past. A lot of that stuff you're going to find at Schrader Complex this year. So I'm going to be, very much encourage you to pick up a book and look, or take a look at our website if you need a little help in finding some things. The balloon race is moving not far, but it's going to move from back on St. Charles to next to Jubilar Toyota this year. So there's a few events moving around to help accommodate different things, but all in all, I think you're going to find a lot of the things that everyone enjoyed doing still in place and still going on.
And whilst it's a really big fest with a lot of things going on, you really can park in one place and walk to everything.
You really can. It is, a lot of us have gotten spoiled over the years and want to park at the front door, but keeping everything into perspective that we all need exercise, myself included, it's seldom more than a 4 or 5 block walk to park around Jasper somewhere and be able to get there. Having said that, we are running shuttles again this year. So the shuttles do have stops at various points. The parking lot near 5th Street School, St. Joe's Church, down by the train depot. So if you do need to park in an area and get a ride, that's certainly available too.
Okay, Mike, is there anything else that you'd like to add? There's so much about the Strawson Fest that goes on.
There certainly is, and I had introduced the committee. I do want to make note of our host and hostess.
Yes.
Our as Deutsche Verein president, Steve Schmidt, and his wife Barb are host and hostess this year. Barb also happens to be secretary of the German Club, so we're glad to have them and happy to have them out there working as host and hostess for the fair. Our Hofmarschall, or Grand Marshal this year, is Ron Flick. Ron continues to help us as a historian for our committee and archiving some odds and ends. Ron is a former chair of the fest, 2007 and 2008. And Ron was very instrumental in a lot of the projects that took place along the riverfront, such as the mill, the train depot, currently working on the Astor Theater. So tying in with the theme, we thought Ron was a great fit to be able to have him serve as our Hofmarschall this year. The other thing I would like to highlight is Friday afternoon lunch. So for a lot of years, the Strawson Fest really only ran of an evening, other than Saturdays, but a couple of years ago we started offering lunch at select booths on Friday afternoons, and certainly want to encourage everyone to come out and partake in that.
Okay, well, the Strawson Fest is coming up first weekend in August, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Correct.
With the parade on Sunday at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Okay, and that's filmed by 18 WJTS. We'll be showing that later, as well as a talent spiel and the Queen's pageants that are going on as well. Mike, thanks so much for coming in.
Well, thank you very much, Bill. I enjoyed being here.
We appreciate you coming in, and we hope to see you at the Jasper Strassenfest. Fest. It's about less than a week away, and remember to tune in Thursday morning of Strawson Fest at 9 a.m. here on 18 WJTS, as we will have Strawson Fest Live featuring Mike Ackerman and many of the committee members and the new Queen, the Little Mister and the Little Miss and the Miss Teen. Thank you, Mike, for coming in. Hope to see you at the Strawson Fest. This is WJTS. We're local people watching local people.
Bye-bye.